Hey everyone, welcome to another hunt video. Today we're going to be fighting the stretchy boy, Khezu, so let's get on with this. And there it is, Khezu. So Khezu, as you can see, is one of those weird monsters. Now, something I'll say straight away, one of the things about Khezu is that, well, it doesn't have eyes. So in this generation, I'm not sure which other generations, but basically it doesn't have a theme tune because the theme tune, well, it doesn't have one in the game in general, but for a theme to happen, it needs to see you. As you can see, I don't even have the eye next to my name because technically Khezu hasn't seen me because it's blind, so it doesn't actually, it doesn't see. So Khezu is a very strange looking monster, a very weird monster. It uses electricity as its primary element, its primary attack as well. And it has some annoying electricity attacks. That one's one of the most annoying because the hitbox is a bit jank, and it also does it randomly. Oh god, here we go. I'm going to probably get hit. Oh, that was close. And something that's quite interesting, which isn't 100%, I'm not 100% sure if it's right, but I have heard this a lot. I just don't think it's been officially said. It might have, I'm not sure. But anyway, this normal Khezu is actually basically there's a subspecies called red Khezu, and apparently that's the actual normal version, and this is an albino version. Now take that with a grain of salt because I'm not 100% sure, but I've seen that and I've read it quite a bit. I don't know if it's just fan lore or not, but still, we've seen oh god, there's a bull drum. We've seen Monster Hunter bring some fan lore into the games anyway, so either way, whatever. So yeah, you gotta when he does certain attacks, you gotta watch out because his neck does stretch. Oh god, I wish I picked a quest without a bull drone. Anyway, his neck does stretch quite far, so he can actually stretch further than his normal range of what you'd think he'd be. And the weirdest thing about the dude is, well, one of the weirdest things for me is just the fact that he doesn't have a theme. It's so ominous that there's no theme. It's just complete silent besides the noises of the attacks. Oh god, we're gonna get hit. That move can do a lot of damage if you're fighting a harder one, because I'm in G rank and I'm only fighting a high rank one right now, so it's not going to do heaps, but yeah. One other very interesting thing about Khezu is that they're both male and female according to the lore. So they don't have any, well, in the lore obviously, but they don't have any traditional breeding requirements. They I believe they reproduce through putting, I don't know, basically they get other animals and they paralyze them, and then they do something. I don't know exactly what it is. They do something. Anyway, Khezu's been in quite a few games. Khezu was originally in the first generation. He's been in Monster Hunter Freedom 2, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, Monster Hunter 4, 4 Ultimate Generations, Rise, and then the story spin-off in that. So Rise is the most recent iteration of him. Oh god, he is he's really not that much different in Rise compared to this. You can't really do too much with Khezu. Thank you for leaving Khezu. This bull drum is very annoying. While he's flying in, I'll just say Khezu actually was voted quite good in the Monster Hunter 20th anniversary voting. He came 32nd place out of all of them, so people like him quite a bit. So there is another similar, it's not a subspecies, and they're not particularly related, but a monster that is similar is Giganox. I actually really like Giganox. They're similar in the sense that they're both kind of creepy looking things that do similar moves, but they're not actually related. I just thought I'd mention Giganox because Giganox is quite a cool monster as well. But Khezu, honestly, he's cool, but I don't particularly like him heaps. Yeah, he's funny because the jokes you can make about him, but he's quite boring a lot of the time. His fight isn't particularly intense. At least in this game, a lot of his moves are kind of cheap. The electricity around his body, because it happens so quickly that a lot of the time you can't actually get away because you can't get far enough away quick enough. So it feels a bit cheap at times, if you guys know what I mean. One other really interesting thing about Khezu in this generation, which is I don't actually believe many people know, because I haven't seen many people talk about this, but oh god, when he's nearly dead, he has a very good indicator. Obviously there's limping, most monsters limp when they're near dead, but an indicator that he typically does before limping is he'll just stand completely still. So you might think what is he doing, because he's just standing completely still. You might even think that his AI is bugged or something, but no, that's actually an indicator that Khezu's near dead. He'll just stand still and do nothing for, I don't know, it's 2-3 seconds, something like that. So that can tell you that you can capture at that point, or he's gonna limp off in a second pretty much. Once we get him to that stage, I'll show you guys, just because obviously right now he's not near dead, so I can't show you. And also, I wanted to mention this, in this game, watch out when he does that 3 lightning attack, this one, if you get too close here, no, I think it's somewhere around here. Oh god, but basically the hitbox isn't the best, so you can get hit by, like, when you're not actually hit by the electricity, you can get hit by just, like, being too close to its face. Obviously, I'm sure if you guys are playing Freedom Unite, you know about terrible hitboxes anyway. I swear, in this game, half the roster has bad hitboxes. And in Khezu's ecology video, it preys on Kelby, which is quite interesting, because, like, it shows how it eats, which it's, like, hanging on a roof, and it, like, extends its neck down and grabs it and then eats it whole, which is quite gross, but also sort of fascinating, because he kind of, like, acts like a worm almost, like a snake worm. His head is like its own thing, sort of. It's very interesting. Khezus do usually like caves as well, but obviously, as you can see, he's outside because he does go outside. But if you're starting a quest and you're, like, looking for where he is in this map, check, like, these areas, because he'll usually be here. But if it's in, like, the swamp area, go check the caves. He'll usually spawn in there, just because, like, Khezu is, like, a cave sort of monster. As you can probably guess by it not having eyes, but it does come out as well. It's just, like, you know, I'm assuming it would be more vulnerable outside of caves, because there's, you know, more monsters that would be outside of caves than in caves, and in the caves it can get its prey probably quite easier, because it can, you know, latch onto the roof and hide and all of that. And I don't think you can actually particularly break anything on Khezu in this generation, but one thing you can do is you can scar his back. So if you hit his back enough, it can become scarred. Some people think that means he's close to death, but as far as I'm aware, it has no correlation. I mean, it might, between, like, how much damage you have to do to scar it versus, like, you know, when it gets scarred, etc. But as far as I'm aware, that doesn't necessarily mean it's near dead. It just means you've done enough damage to the back to actually scar it. The best method to know when it's near dead is when it's standing still. Like I said before, it's such an obvious way to see when it's near dead. And obviously, when it gets angry, you can see the white little puffs at its mouth. It gets faster, does, you know, more damage, of course, just like every monster. And I think he can do, like, you know, the electric bull one where he does 3 of them. He can do it where he does 4 of them. I'm not 100% sure when it happens, but you'll see, like, on his mouth when he's charging up, he'll get, like, electricity around his mouth, and that will tell you that he's going to be doing 4 instead of 3 like he normally does. I would like to show you. I'm not sure if it's maybe only G rank, maybe, just because I haven't seen him do it, and he usually does it when he's angry, so that might only be a G rank thing. I'm not 100% sure. And one annoying thing about Khezu, which it just did right now, is when it's changing zones in this game, it often goes to a zone but then changes to the next one. Like, we were in the other zone, it changed to 8, but it's actually because it was only flying over, so it's actually going to whatever area 6. And yes, I did kill the bull drone just before I changed area before, because I didn't want to have to deal with it. And the thing I was talking about before, where I was saying, like, it would, like, get its prey and, you know, reproduce, like, that way, I found out what it was, because I completely forgot about this. There's things called Khezu whelps. So basically, what the Khezu will do is it will, like, grab its prey, paralyze it more than likely, I would assume, and then it, like, puts Khezu whelps into it, which is, like, basically small Khezus. And then that will form into a fully fledged Khezu eventually. It feeds off the prey, like, you know, it will, yeah, kill the prey eventually. You can actually get Khezu whelps on you in this, I believe, because I remember there's a quest for, you can scar his head as well. There we go. There's another place you can scar. But yeah, so, like, you can get the Khezu whelps up at that, you know, that Kushalade aura, the body up on the top area. I believe you can get them from there, because I remember getting them at least once or twice. But yeah, so as I said before, I'm pretty sure you can't break things, but it looks like you can scar the head as well. As I said before, you can scar the back, of course. I'm not sure what else you can do. I'm pretty sure it's just those 2 scarring, 'cause I don't think I've ever broken anything on a Khezu. Like, you'd think maybe the wings, but I don't know. And here it is. So this is the standing still I was talking about. So that means Khezu's near dead. See, he just completely stands still. It's weird when you first see it, because it kind of, you think, like, oh, maybe the AI's broken or something, but no, that means he'll be near dead. So he'll probably go off to the cave now, maybe. He's probably going to do his roundabout way. I don't actually have the paintball, damn it. But yeah, because he sleeps in the cave down here. And yep, here he comes. So yeah, Khezu, I guess he can be quite a hard monster, to be honest. It just depends on how good you are at avoiding the electricity attacks, because they will, like, if you're fighting one that's strong, like, that will do insane damage to you. Other than that, he's like not too bad. He's a very creepy looking monster, of course, and there's a lot of jokes made about him, as you can probably guess just by the way he looks. But like, he's not incredibly bad. I mean, I have had a lot of troubles with him in the past. It just really depends on your gear. And the fact that he uses electricity attacks so often, like, if you've got, say, -20 electricity resistance, you're probably going to have an issue if you're not very good at avoiding the electricity attacks because, well, he uses electricity so much, of course. And there we go. So yeah, that wasn't too bad. But honestly, I had to use 4 Mega Potions for a high rank Khezu when I've got, like, late G rank gear, so that kind of shows you that he can be tough. And there we go, guys, another hunt video done. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to join the channel as a member, you can. I'll show up on screen now the members we have. Thank you all very much. And next episode, I was thinking of doing Red Khezu, but it's not really much of a difference, so I think I might go into like Silver Athlos, Gold Rathian, those sorts of monsters. So yeah, I hope you guys look forward to that. I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you then.